Hello arm wrestling fans. Ermes Gasparini versus Devon Larratt, two great arm wrestlers with two different arm wrestling chains. What do I mean by that and why I think that Devon Larratt has a really good chance to beat Ermes Gasparini. This is what I'm gonna explain in this video. So let's go, let's check some old footages. We all know styles make matches, and this is why I think that Devon has a good shot. So look at this is an old video of WRL 3 years ago, the first time that MS met Matt Mask. We have a huge Matt Mask here. In my point of view, this is one of the best shapes of Matt Mask. He's facing MS, and what's happening here? Fast crack on the wrist, easy pin of Matt Mask. What we have to say here? Yeah, I know this is a different size of Hermes, different Hermes. He made a lot of, he proved a lot, but this is a weak point. And there is a big misconception. If you think that someone who is very good to cracking the wrist of the opponent means automatically that his fingers and wrist is not able to be cracked is a big misconception, because the most of the hooker are used to get attacked every time. Everybody want to open his hand and push him to the side, but having a fast hit, good rising, fast hit cup, um, that makes very difficult for the people to attack your finger. But what when they do it, then you're vulnerable. And this is exactly what happening here to both of them. They both are vulnerable, as you can see later. This is even later, 2021. MS again facing Mad Max. This time MS is growing, getting stronger. But even here in the third round, take a look that when he's a little bit not careful enough and Matt Mask is getting good grip, he's going again over his hand. And this is the arm wrestling chain. And what I mean by arm wrestling chain, it begins from the keep the elbow inside the body. That means chest, shoulder, going down, biceps, biceps brachioradialis, then going to the cupping wrist, ending with the fingers. And in the arm wrestling chain of Ermes Gasparini, his weakest point is obviously his fingers. And I can tell you, the fingers are special, small muscle groups, a lot of muscles involved there. You need a lot of years to develop your wrist. And I can give you an example. Todd Hutchins, he need a lot of time to improve his wrist. Now his wrist is much better than in his beginning of his career. Geny Prudnik, in the beginning, Geny Prudnik was losing his wrist very often in the Europeans and worlds, but now his wrist is iron. So it is possible, but it takes a lot of time, and I think that Gasparini in this recent period of we have 2021 until now, he's definitely, we saw also with Levin, wrist is going really easy. I know Levin is a bad example because he's the strongest human being in the planet, but still, this is one weak point. And talking about uh, Uncle Devon, I have a video here, also with Matt Mask, also for 4 years ago. So we can pretty say this is the same Matt Mask in his good shape. And what is happening here? Look, and I know that in this period of time, Devon was not in his best shape. He struggled. He was rebuilding his hands, his joints. The hardcore Devon fans knows that. And look at that. He's able to rotate. He's able to pronate over the strap and having a good grip. So Devon has definitely iron wrist and fingers. They're getting stronger and stronger. You all guys know, even he lose to Levin. Even he lose to Levin. He lose not because of his wrist and fingers. And now we're coming to the second arm wrestling chain, the chain of Devon Larratt. His problem is in his chest, inability to keep the elbow inside the body, and not his finger, not his wrist, and he's getting exposed only facing also again like Hermes, facing people highest rank possible, like Gennady and King Levin. But now, in the recent video of Devon, he is working out on some exercises. Which are these exercises? Multi-spinner, high cup multi-spinner, rising, pronation, and grip straight. And guess what? Devon Larratt knows exactly this weak point. Now he's playing the underdog for this match, but he's very well. He's understanding the situation. He knows that his style has a good point, and I think it's gonna be a great match. But in my point of view, favorite here is Devon Larratt because of his wrist. I think he will crack the wrist. And one last point, you can say that Hermes is gonna press like he pressed 11. In my point of view, Devon is more resistant to this flop wrist press than Levin. Levin is never experienced to get flop wrist pressed, but Devon knows that everybody's losing the wrist and try at the end ending up trying to flop wrist press. Devon, he has a ton of matches with Michael Todd, with so many people, and I really believe that ability of Devon is better than Levin. That's why Emerson is not going to be able to flop risk Devon. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I will watch later this video and will think, oh my god, I'm maybe crazy. If you have other opinion, I will be pleased to read that in the comment. And thank you for your time, and I hope you stay healthy and enjoy the arm wrestling.